What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are finally reacting to Maul, Shadow Lord.
I have been waiting for you.
And this is probably the most hyped I've ever been about checking out a Star Wars project, probably since Clone Wars Season 7 came out back in 2020. So it's been a very long time since I've been excited to check out another Star Wars project. But here we are. The wait is finally over, and we're going to do this. Okay, so before we get into the reaction, I just want to break down how I'm going to do this reaction. So they're dropping 2 episodes per week. So I don't know if I'm going to react to 1 episode per reaction or if I'm just going to react to both episodes per reaction. I don't know right off the top of my head, but at the same time, I don't want to add unnecessary pressure on myself because work has me slammed, and it's at that point where I don't even have the energy to do what I want to do. So I'm probably just going to take this slow and steady, just so, again, that I don't add that unnecessary pressure on myself and that I don't feel overwhelmed. So if you guys just bear with me, I'm going to do what I can to make these reactions somewhat tolerable. But yeah, that's probably the way we're going to do it. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and we're going to react to episode 1. Already off the rip, you can see the texture, the paint. It's like the background's painted and all that, so that's one thing I'm already noticing right off the rip. It looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, Maul's crew coming out to play. Okay, Rook, I see you. Oh, is that razor lining?
Let's go! Get the credits on the ship. It's over. Drop your weapons.
You see the look of these guys? They're not gonna surrender, bro. Where's he at? Welcome back, my boy. Yeah, y'all should have just killed yourselves. Maul, Shadow Lord. Let's go. Solid start so far.
Something's happened.
That is not our concern.
So, despite my best efforts to go into this show completely blind, I have utterly failed. So, obviously, we know that these two are our new Jedi characters. The Twi'lek chick here, is supposed to be inspired by Darth Talon from George Lucas's original sequel trilogy. Her name is Devin Azara, and then her master here is Iko Diodaki. So I'm kind of interested to see the dynamic between these two, and probably to see whether or not Devin is gonna remain loyal to her master and ultimately the Jedi, or is she gonna be seduced by Maul and join him as his apprentice and pledge herself to the dark side. So it's gonna be interesting to see, especially in a post-Order 66 galaxy. So we'll see.
I want a full scan of the route. What you got, Two Boots?
It's tragic, Captain Lawson. They were simply doing what they've been programmed for.
Okay, again, so I tried going into this series completely blind, but they actually dropped a new comic series, which is essentially a prelude to this show. It's called Shadow of Maul, and it introduces these 2 characters, Brander Lawson and Two Boots. So essentially, they're the main detective duo for Janix. And it was also revealed that Brander Lawson was also a former bounty hunter. So I don't know if that part of his story is going to be fleshed out a little bit, either in the show or in the comic, honestly, it could go 50-50. But I'm sure that that part of his past is going to flare up in the series. And, you know, it might play a role in either dealing with Maul or with the Empire.
Not sure this was any of the local syndicates. Not their style. Too risky? Too clean.
Mm-hmm.
Demas won't take this lightly.
Yep. Yeah, this is done by the Shadow Collective, man. These guys are pros.
You've had another vision.
The one I seek is here. I see them clearer the closer I get.
He's seen Devin, man. He's seen Devin. He wants that new apprentice. And again, one thing I didn't even bring this up. I'm just now bringing it up. But one thing I do want to see in this series is Maul, if and when he gets Devin as an apprentice, I don't want him to just, you know, use and abuse her, you know, like the traditional Sith way of doing things. Since Maul's no longer a Sith, I want to see a Darksider with their own philosophy, their own worldview, and you know, just treat their pupil with, you know, not necessarily respect, but in a way that's unorthodox for the ways of the Sith, you know. So yeah, that's definitely something I want to see.
Head boss Demas will hear about this barbarity.
Oh, I am counting on it. You are to assist me in my grand plan. You will deliver a message to Demas.
It's going to be the catalyst of setting off Demas and Vario against each other.
This was recovered from the memory banks of the police droid with Officer Poe. Files classified by the ISB. We're instructed to report any sightings of the suspect immediately.
Keep this quiet for now. We don't need the Empire butting in and making things complicated.
Yeah, that's an understatement. It's kind of funny too how they have Maul as a threat level on the ISB roster. You know, especially after everything Maul's been through and how Darth Sidious personally had to deal with him twice during the Clone Wars and essentially deemed him he's no longer a threat. But here he is being flagged down by the ISB as a threat. So, I mean, yeah, if I were Sidious, of course I would want to keep tabs on my former apprentice and make sure that he stays in line and essentially doesn't rise up against me, right? But at the same time, you know, Sidious is on a whole other level of power compared to Maul, so it's that Sith paranoia, man. Fear of losing the power, so I guess it's not really a surprise.
Vario.
Demas, you're looking grandiose as ever.
At least I fill the suit.
Subtly calling each other fat and small without actually saying it. Funny.
Heard about the bank, did he? Any idea who pulled that one?
I was hoping you could tell me.
Well, one person, maybe.
Or maybe that's what you want me to think.
Why would I want to start a war with you, Demas?
Mm-hmm. And you guys picked the worst enemy to make, man. Because he's gonna hunt you down. Oh, snap. There's Maul's message, man. Literally, like, it's child's play for him. He doesn't even need to take these guys out personally. All he has to do is make the trash take itself out, so to speak. And what I'm liking about this show, it's showing how Maul, like, he essentially has to start from ground zero. He has to deal with the lower class, like these guys, until he can climb back up, slowly but surely back to Palpatine's level. But if you guys know Maul, he starts off pretty good for the most part when it comes to like planning and schemes and all that. He gets this close to somewhat being successful only to fail time and time again. It's like that that character from Greek mythology, Sisyphus, I believe it's called, where he rolls a boulder. He's cursed to roll a boulder up a hill, only for it to roll back down. Like, that's Maul's curse, ever since he was cut in half. So it's what makes the character so tragic, man. No, he didn't get him though. Whew.
Never shoot a guy in the back.
Yeah, no honor among thieves, right? In the underworld, anyone's fair game, man. Oh my goodness, bro. Like, what do you even do when you see that? Like, you're not even gonna react fast enough to, you know, like, get out of the way before you get turned into shredded mini wheats, bro. Oh, dude, that's crazy. Those guys really just did a Batman, bro. They just how'd they dip out that fast? That's hilarious.
My lord, an attack on the police headquarters will not be without risk of exposure.
Our actions serve a greater purpose.
He's talking about Devin, man. Like, it's essentially like it's fate at this point. He's here to handle business, man. Like, I can't even imagine how terrifying that would be. Know that you have an ex-Sith Lord hunting you down because you crossed them. Like, oh, man. Bro just got kidnapped. They're here. Ooh. Bro, that's some real horror movie type vibes right there. Literally got shredded, bro. That. Dang. Bro's having the time of his life murdering people. Oh my, bro. Just run. Just run. Interesting, he didn't kill him. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a good reason why he didn't kill him, because obviously killing a lawman and you're going to bring the heat down on you, so makes sense. Oh my goodness, that was such a good shot, bro. Whew.
You don't understand. I did what I had to do.
Or was it greed and fear that withdrew your ships and weapons when I needed them most?
What about the pike, huh? If you're after me, you gotta be after them. You're not. I know how to get to Krim.
So you gotta let him live? Yep, he wants that bigger fish. Ooh, say my name and tremble. Whew. Episode 1 is in the books. Very good start to the series so far, man. One thing I've noticed, like, just through a lot of these shots, you know, you have Maul's shadow eclipsing a lot of these characters. Obviously, when he stepped into Vario's cell, his shadow eclipsed him, and then the same with Devin. And yeah, that just goes to show that Maul, even though he isn't what is it, like he's not a legacy character like Palpatine and Vader. He still has presence. He's still a man that's not to be messed with, you know. If you mess him, you're gonna cross him. And that was essentially the whole purpose of this episode, is you mess with me and I'm gonna destroy you. So yeah, man, this was a really, really good start to this series. I just, everything about it has, like, just the animation is on a whole nother level. Especially especially just thinking back of like the Clone Wars from 2008, the animation has just gone up a whole nother level since then, and for the better too. I really liked, like I was saying at the beginning, you had like the textures of like the backgrounds. It looked like it was digitally animated and like painted. And I'm actually playing around with Procreate at the moment, so I'm actually seeing some similarities between just like the digital art of when I'm messing around with my digital art, and then just seeing some of that being incorporated into the backgrounds of this show. And I loved it. I really did. Not only that, but we're being reintroduced to some of Maul's crew. Obviously, you have Rookcast, who was first introduced in the Son of Dathomir comics. You have some other characters. Obviously, you have some of his Zabraks, who we know are Icarus and Scorn, according to the official Star Wars website. You have some Mandalorians who are still tagging along with him. Those aren't his super commandos, though, from the Clone Wars. They're mercenaries. So I don't know if they're going to stick around with Maul for long, you know, because at the end of the day, mercenaries, loyalty isn't earned, it's bought. So we'll see if they stick around or if they're going to dip out once the Empire turns up. But again, really good start to this episode and just series in general. And I'm really looking forward to see how else it's going to turn out. Is Devin going to eventually give in to the dark side and become Maul's apprentice, or is that going to happen during season 2? And yeah, we're already getting a season 2 even before it was announced, before the series even dropped. We're getting a season 2, and I was like, okay, like that's pretty bold, you know, dropping that announcement you're gonna do a season 2 right before this series of season 1 even drops out. That's bold, but I'm impressed what I'm seeing so far. So if they keep this up, story wise, animation wise, and just visuals and all that stuff, like, sure, they can do that. But at the end of the day, I am a sucker for a good story. So if there's a good story to be told, I'm game. So yeah, anyways, guys, that's episode 1 in the books. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Later.